Good afternoon. I'm meteorologist Tim Deegan, and we continue to track Hurricane Gustav for the Gannett weather team. Gustav now a Category 1, but still packing plenty of power during the last 90 minutes. Baton Rouge really pulled away from the center, still had a wind gust to 91 miles per hour. You can see the core of the hurricane now right over central Louisiana, but all aspects, every parish of Louisiana being hit hard now by Gustav, with it working all the way into extreme eastern Texas, and strong spiraling bands still coming ashore in coastal Mississippi and Alabama, as well as occasionally the Florida Panhandle. Even some strong thunderstorms working up toward Jackson, Mississippi. Now, the hurricane, of course, down to a Category 1, as we mentioned, but that still means it has wind gusts of over 100 miles per hour within that hurricane as it works off toward the northwest at about 10 or so. As far as the threat of shower and thunderstorm activity producing tornadoes, it is definitely there and will continue to be there, especially along and to the north and the northeast of the track. And so the center of the hurricane will be moving about like this over the next 6 to 12 hours. Certainly within the core, anywhere within this region, we can expect winds gusting to over 90 miles per hour and occasionally up to over 100 miles per hour. But even within the strong bands coming ashore, and for those of you in the eastern half of Louisiana that is east of the center, you still have at least three regions where strong bands of thunderstorms will come through, obviously producing heavy rains, but it's also within these bands in which we could quickly see some tornadoes touch down. And so a good idea that even though in between you're going to get a break in the weather, as those bands fly on through, we will continue to have the potential for some isolated tornadoes to form. Okay, what about the bigger picture? Well, the bigger picture showing us the concern for Hurricane Hanna. Hurricane Hanna is centered well off to the southeast of Florida, but for those of you that do have interest over the southeastern portion of the nation, we're going to slide on over there. So we're talking about areas now off to the southeast of the Bahamas, and the threat will be from Daytona Beach north through the Jacksonville area and the Carolinas as we go through, especially Thursday and toward Friday. But again, as far as Hanna is concerned, for those of you farther out toward the west, Florida Panhandle, through Mississippi and Louisiana, there is the core. The hurricane will continue to work to the northwest. The threat of winds still gusting to over 90 and tornadoes will be with you in Louisiana through the evening and the overnight hours. For those of you in Alabama, conditions should begin to improve pretty dramatically within the next couple of hours, and over coastal Mississippi, at least for the next 5 to 6 hours. We'll have an update on Gustav in 30 minutes.